10 Curiosities you didn't know about Egyptians. Number 1. The ancient Egyptians believed in over 2,000 gods and goddesses, each with their own specific roles and responsibilities. They believed that the gods controlled the natural world and their daily lives. The gods were represented in human and animal forms and were worshipped in temples and shrines throughout the land. The most important gods were the state gods, such as Amun, the king of the gods, and Ra, the sun god. Number 2. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 25 AD BC, is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the only one that still stands today. It was built as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu and is considered one of the greatest architectural achievements of all time. The pyramid is made of over 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. The pyramid's original height was 146 meters, 481 feet, tall, making it the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Number 3. The ancient Egyptians were skilled engineers and architects, and they used a technique called lost wax casting to create intricate metal sculptures. This process involved creating a detailed model in wax, then covering it in clay. The clay mold was then heated, melting the wax and leaving a hollow space in the shape of the sculpture. Metal was then poured into the mold, and when the clay was broken away, the metal sculpture was revealed. This technique was used to create a wide variety of objects, including jewelry, statues, and even tools. Number 4. The Egyptians believed in life after death, and they mummified their dead to preserve the body for the afterlife. This process involved removing the internal organs, drying the body with natron, a natural salt, and wrapping it in linen bandages. The mummy was then placed in a coffin, which was often decorated with intricate paintings and inscriptions. Mummification was a costly process, and only the wealthy could afford to be mummified. Number 5. The ancient Egyptians used hieroglyphs, a system of writing that used pictures and symbols to represent words and ideas. Hieroglyphs were used for religious texts, monumental inscriptions, and even as personal signatures. The hieroglyphs were written on papyrus scrolls, monumental stone, and objects such as statues. The hieroglyphic script was deciphered by Jean-François Champollion in 1822, and it opened a new world of understanding of the ancient Egyptians. Number 6. The Egyptians developed a complex system of medicine and were skilled in surgery, dentistry, and even veterinary medicine. They had a vast knowledge of anatomy, and they were able to diagnose and treat a wide variety of illnesses. They also used a variety of surgical instruments, including knives, forceps, and hooks. They even had knowledge of cesarean section and were able to perform this operation successfully. Number 7. The ancient Egyptians were skilled in mathematics and used a decimal system based on the number 10. They used a system of hieroglyphs to represent numbers and were able to perform complex mathematical calculations. They also had a deep understanding of geometry, and they used this knowledge to build the pyramids and other monumental structures. Number 8. The Egyptians built the first known dam to control the flooding of the Nile River. The dam was built around 2900 BC and was known as the Fayum Dam. It was made of mud brick and was around 3,000 meters long and 3 meters high. The dam helped to control the flooding of the Nile, which was essential for irrigation and agriculture. Number 9. The Egyptians believed in the power of magic, and many of their religious texts contain spells and incantations. They believed that by using the right words and performing the correct rituals, they could influence the gods and the natural world. They also believed in the power of amulets and charms to protect against evil spirits and bring good luck. Magic was seen as an important tool in both everyday life and religious practices. Number 10. The ancient Egyptians were skilled in astronomy and were able to predict eclipses and the flooding of the Nile River by observing the stars. They had a deep understanding of the movement of the stars, planets, and the sun, and they used this knowledge to create a calendar that was incredibly accurate. They also used astronomical observations to determine the dates of religious festivals and ceremonies. Their astronomical knowledge was not limited to practical use. They also believed that the stars and planets were linked to the gods and the afterlife. Give a like and subscribe for more.